Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'm going to be doing a quick review for the Omega TX that I've purchased from PrecisionGamePads.com. Uh, it's a home company ran by a very nice guy named Jeremy as well, and he does these pads homemade out of stuff he buys, I guess, and constructs it at home. I ordered this pad about 25 days ago. He takes about 14 to 30 days to create the pads. It seems like he ships them out in batches, and then I got it through UPS in about 3 days afterwards. I'm just gonna start with the arrival that I already missed because I've been using the pad for the last 3 days. But shipping was kind of scary when I first got the package. It was in pretty much a box that you would use to storage box, like a large cardboard box, flattened out, and it was on top, like, and the pad was slipped into it with that part poking out of the top. This worried me a little bit, but you quickly learn that this pad can deal with a lot more than anything that could happen during transit. Now, due to the hot weather in Florida, I'm guessing, and the fact that it had a holdover in a warehouse here, he uses electrical tape on the sides here, and heat had caused a little bit of them to wear off. I pressed them on, like I didn't even have to replace them. I just pressed them back, and I've had yet to have any more issues with that. So that was good. This box up here also uses the electric tape around it. It looks a little flimsy, and I'm guessing there's some wires right here that go into it. So far, it's held together pretty well, and unless you're flowing around crazily, there's no reason for it to really take much of a beating other than when you're moving it around. This box is a Cat 5, and you can order different connectors from his site to go to whatever your console of choice is or your laptop. This is the USB box. You just take the two Cat 5 cords and then plug it into here, and then it runs straight to the computer. This is my dog Sophie, who's having a very hard time dealing with it. In fact, I'm on the ground and not petting her. Anyway, so the pad itself is made of some type of plastic over another material inside. And when the plastic contacts that material, it sends a trigger, as if you're standing like as a normal pad would. But it's totally non-mechanical. There's no moving parts from what I can tell. So you'll never have to open this thing up and repair it unless this gets stuck to there. He actually shows an example of that happening on his site. He claims it's very rare, and I didn't watch the whole video, but the video itself was less than 10 minutes, so I'm guessing it's not that big of an issue. And I don't think he had to use any new parts. He just opened it up and probably threw an air dryer in there or something. Real simple. There's a total of 8 buttons on this pad, diagonals. This is not made for pump it up, though. As you can see, the buttons are the same size as the up, down, left, and right. You can use it for pump. Actually, no, you can't because there's no button in the center. So don't use this for pump at all. That was actually a mistake I made. I bought this to play pump with as well. And I didn't realize it was 8 buttons, not 9. Anyway, you can still play solo mode DDR if you want. Also, these 2 buttons up here, they are also buttons which I use for back and forward, kind of like the buttons you'd use in the arcade, I guess. Overall, the pad is very, 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 very sensitive, even to the point of where it might be too sensitive to people who are not used to it. There's noticeable barriers right here between each button that you can feel when you're standing on the pad. But if you step, let's say, like right here with some pressure, you see I'm actually triggering it. So these are very precise pads, as it says, precision game pads. But yeah, they work amazing to the point of where it's almost a flaw of how good these work. I used to play DDR pretty heavily. I've played in tournaments before, won one before. This is back in the days of Extreme, though, so things have changed a little bit. But I was able to pump out Paranoia Survivor, not maxed 270 VPM one on this without any issue whatsoever. I have had 1,000 combos before, easily 500 combos on endless mode. I have never stepped at a button and thought that the button didn't register. I have been absolutely certain that every single error that I have made, or the game has picked up, has been due to an error I made, not the pads. These pads, because of the way they work, how I expressed it earlier, when you press down, they can contact. If you try to use them on a carpet, you will not have much success because of multiple buttons triggering, or buttons triggering when you're standing in the middle, and then the pressure translates over to here. So you pretty much can't use these on carpet unless you have some type of like plywood or something under them. You can't see it, but like I said, there's a barrier here that you can feel when you're standing. I use flat sneakers. Mine don't have any support in the bottom of them, but I can feel this through my shoe completely. My girlfriend, who uses the pad as well, said she couldn't feel this, but I'm not. She's very new to the game, and that may be an experience difference. I'm not very sure. So if you're new, you might have an issue feeling this, I guess. That should be worth noting, because that's definitely not an issue that you run into the arcade. That's really about it. Very impressive what I got here. It's also those white marks that you see under here, that's part of the style. That's not something wrong or moisture under it. That's part of the printed paper. So that's not something to worry about. But overall, I'm very happy with my money. I've used a lot of home solutions before. This is without a doubt the best one I've ever had the advantage of using. Let me be honest though, I haven't used a Cobalt Flux, but everyone says that this just slaughters it. As far as accuracy goes, it's better than anything I've ever used in the arcade. And I plan on investing a few more monies into this and getting a stable setup, maybe getting that bar hooked up in the back and getting it on a piece of wood. But yeah, I most likely will be purchasing a second one. And if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, I'll be happy to reply in the comments.